How's it going, everyone? Larry with the Farmstead Way, and today I'm going to give you some tips that I've learned about staying cool during the summer months, either on your homestead, in your garden, on the factory, and these are things I've learned after years and years of working in industrial maintenance, as well as HVAC and doing the homesteading thing. So the first tip I'm going to give you is clothing. Clothing is extremely important when it comes to staying cool. Now, you've probably seen a bunch of my videos. This is what I wear. So everyone's asked about these shirts. These are just plain 10-pack Hanes, $18, 100% cotton Walmart t-shirts. I would highly suggest 100% cotton. I try to stay away from any synthetic fibers, the rayons, the polyesters. One, it's not healthy for you to pretty much be running around with plastic shirts on. And two, it really retains heat. You know, you see all the moisture wicking stuff, but really what it does is it doesn't allow any of the sweat to absorb in the clothing. Then wind can't evaporate it off of you and you're just hot and miserable, and that's why polyester shirts and stuff stick to you so bad, and that's why cotton really doesn't. You might get a little bit of stick, but then wind blows through it, evaporates, and you're cooler. Another thing is a good hat. Now, I'm bald and my head roasts, so I wear a cowboy hat. I am by no means a cowboy, but I guess I live out in the country, so I can kind of get away with it. But the hat is very important. This is a Stetson 5X, not very high in the X value, beaver felt hat with, I think, wool mixed into it or cotton. I don't know the blend. But having a good hat will keep a good amount of shade on you, and it'll allow heat to radiate off your head. A little hack that I do is I stuck a piece of bandana in there because this thing has this kind of plasticky faux leather insert around the headband, and it would just allow sweat to run down your head. So if you throw that in there, catches all the sweat off your forehead, because there's nothing worse than just having sweat running down your head all the time. Another thing with these two things is they are white. Wear light clothing. I do not recommend wearing black t-shirts outside. It just soaks up all the heat and you're absolutely miserable. Wear a plain white t-shirt for a couple of weeks at work and you'll feel a lot better. I know a lot of guys on certain job sites, they have to wear high vis, or they have to wear some sort of work uniform. But if you're at home, or if you can get away with it at your job because you're independently owned or you're a subcontractor and you get away with it, wear a white shirt. Now, I always wear long pants and tall boots. I do not like wearing shorts in the summer, mainly because I just don't like my shins getting torn up. I haven't worn shorts in forever, but out here, whether on your homestead or at a certain job site, you do not want to get your shins all banged up and scraped up. And it also helps keep bugs off you. Tall boots, like cowboy boots or any kind of work boot, with a combination of good pair of socks and jeans will help keep especially ticks off you, which is a big thing. Another thing that I would recommend is, for God's sakes, people, drink water. Mountain Dew is not the elixir of life. And yes, I love coffee and I probably drink too much of it, and I enjoy Monsters, but they are not good for keeping you hydrated. If you're finding yourself that you are also getting dehydrated at work, add other stuff into your water. This is stuff I get from Kroger. It's the vapor distilled water with electrolytes added into it. You can also add some flaky salt into your water to help out with electrolyte balance and to keep you more hydrated. You can also add other things in, like coconut water and different teas to really spice up water if you do not like flat water. Because if you're not hydrated, especially with water, you're going to be miserable. And I found out that if you don't drink water and you just drink nothing but sodas and stuff, it really affects the quality of your sweat, which seems weird, but I would just highly recommend staying hydrated. When I worked at the fire department, during the summer months, they would always say prehydrate, 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 because the last thing you want to do is jump in bunker gear and then go fight a house fire and you're dehydrated. And just wearing the stuff, not doing anything, is already miserable enough, let alone having to go fight a house fire. Another tip that a lot of people don't think about is diet. Now, a part of being able to stand being in the heat is not feeling like you're a dumpster fire. So if you're eating crappy, like you go and eat McDonald's and you have all that thick burger and thick cheese and nasty fakey bread, and you go outside in the heat, you're gonna be puking in a bucket if you try to do anything. If you eat relatively clean, not like super bodybuilder-ish, but if you eat whole natural foods, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna have more strength, more energy, and you're not gonna be bogged down. A lot of times guys will go to work and you'll see them, they'll just eat gas station food. They'll eat McDonald's, they'll eat fast foods, they'll eat all kinds of nasty garbage. And then when the big red ball of death comes out in the sky, you're feeling horrible and miserable, and it's just not fun at all. One of the last tips that I have for you guys for being able to bear the heat is you've got to get used to bearing the heat. Sucks, but heat is just something you have to get used to. It took me a couple years to be able to get used to staying in the sun. Once you do it for a couple consecutive seasons, you really get used to it and you actually grow to appreciate the heat. I would rather take fiery heat and high humidity than freezing cold and muddy. Hot and dry is way better than cold and wet. That's just my perspective, because when you're wearing a whole bunch of layers trying to stay warm, plus you got your EDC stuff on you, and you're trying to work with tools, and you're walking around like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, it is not fun. It is awful. It is miserable. So enjoy the sun while it's out, because it seems like as soon as it gets warm, it starts getting cold again, especially here in Ohio. What are some other things that I'm thinking of? Oh yes, another important thing. You need to be in shape. Lose some weight. If you're out in the sun and you're like pushing 250 when you really should be about 180, you're gonna feel it. Your heart rate's gonna be up to the roof. It's gonna be slamming in your chest. Your blood pressure is gonna be super high, and you're not gonna do very well. You're going to be miserable. There's just so much with dealing with the heat has to do with being healthy and just being fit and in shape, especially if you're doing any sort of manual labor. It gets brutal if you're not in shape. Now, there's a different type of heat that you'll encounter, and you guys know if you go into a factory in the middle of summer, it's heat that comes from no airflow. And if you got machines that are generating any heat, like the factory that I work in does plastic extrusion, those extruders put off a lot of heat, and it is brutal trying to, hopefully my camera doesn't fall over. I guess we'll see. It is brutal trying to stay cool in there. And at that point, it's just about hydration, because you don't have to worry about the sun's rays. You don't have to worry about so much about humidity. I mean, you do, but it's a different kind of humidity. It's just about staying hydrated. Stay hydrated. Not pop, not freaking NOS, not whatever weird energy drink kids are into nowadays. You need to be drinking water. Lots of water. And if you feel yourself getting even still drier from that, make sure that your water has some kind of minerals in it, some salts, some electrolytes to keep your body hydrated. And pretty much that's it. Like I said, at some point you just kind of need to be a man about it and be like, yeah, well, it's hot. Oh well, kind of mind over mannered. Do you mind that it's hot? No, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much that it's hot. And like I said, just enjoy the sunshine. I do not wear any sunscreen. I would rather not rub nasty chemicals all over myself when humans have been surviving in the sunshine for thousands of years and never had to worry about stuff, because you're pretty much just rubbing nasty carcinogenic chemicals all over yourself and turning yourself into a giant strip of bacon. I do sometimes wear sunglasses. I try not to so much. Sunglasses can screw with your circadian rhythm and make your body think, hey, the sun's going down, we should be tired. Also, if you have too much direct sunlight going through this, it will do weird cancerous things to your face because of the light reflecting, whatever, through the glasses. But also, sometimes if you're working with a very reflective material, like any sort of white plastic or stuff of that sort, it's sometimes nice to have some sunglasses on, especially if they're doubling for your safety glasses. because it's also kind of strains your eyes when you're trying to stare at something. It's super bright and you just want to throw some shades on. So those are my basic tips for staying cool in the summer months, whether you are on the job site, whether you are in a homesteading situation, working out in your garden, taking care of animals and whatnot, or if you're in a factory. Just kind of quick overview: stay hydrated, wear white, get you a good hat that produces a lot of shade, white t-shirts that are cotton so the sun can, or the wind can blow through them and actually dissipate the heat through evaporation through your sweat like your body's supposed to. Try avoiding using sunscreen and rubbing gnarly chemicals all over your face. Try to avoid using sunglasses too much because they can do weird stuff with your brain and with your eyes. And hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Stay healthy, stay fit, and you'll be able to endure the summer months. So this is Larry Ben with the Farmstead Way. I hope you'll enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all the support. It gave me a lot of encouragement on my last video because my channel hadn't been doing too well. So I asked my buddy CJ Ortiz over at the Metal Motivator page, hey, what can I do to improve my channel? And he's like, well, do some more how-to videos. And I did a how-to video with EDC, and ta-da, I got more subscribers and whatnot. I just want to thank you all so much for being very supportive during this time. If you have any videos or topics you would like me to cover, leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel out a tremendous amount. And thank you all for tuning in to the Farmstead Way. You all take it easy.